Hey everybody, we got another drone video for you today. This one is a removal that we did yesterday, Saturday, May 30th in Novato, California. They had 22 solar panels, basically in 3 arrays, even though these two are really close together. So it almost doesn't count as an additional array. But as those of you, oh, you see them birds? Those birds did not like my drone. It was pretty funny. But as most of you, or any of you who are in the solar industry know, once you start getting into multiple arrays, that adds to the labor of the job significantly sometimes. Sometimes not so bad, but other times it can be significant. So like a 10-panel job could be installed in probably 2, maybe 4 hours tops. But I've done some, especially in like San Francisco, where 10 panels was spread out across the roof in 8 different arrays because we couldn't get the panels all together in one place. A 10-panel job like that could take 2 days. It's crazy. It's amazing. All right. Zoning out there. I like doing that back off shot. I don't know why. I enjoy it. So got a bonus shot I threw in here just because why not, you know? Just me returning from my back away shot. So it's going to be basically 3 videos: the removal, the prior to removal video, the in progress video, and then our final everything is removed video. All right, here we go. So here's our in progress. We've got all the panels down. We got 22 panels down in about 40 minutes. Actually went pretty quick. All right, so you could tell that they had microinverters, which is a bonus for us. If you ask me, microinverters are the easiest to work with. I do love microinverters. Plus, they ran the end-phase Q cable through the conduit, which makes it even easier. All I got to do is disconnect the connector to the Q cable at either end of the conduit, and then I could just take the conduit away. Don't have to pull any wire out, and then when I come back, I could just lay it in place. Matter of fact, it's usually one of the first things we'll do is we'll lay the conduit where it's supposed to go, and then I can calculate where everything else needs to go, because I want everything to go back in exactly the same spot or as close to it as possible. All right, we're almost done here. One more video. It's our final video. Everything is done. You will notice that there are still, looks like, footings. And that's because they're there. They were glued to the roof. These are the footings that we have to replace. There's several different kinds of solar footings, especially for comp. These particular ones we don't like and we don't use. These are the ones that come with a kind of an oval base, and they have its own self-sealing rubber grommet around it and glue that gets squished down when you put 6 screws in it. So these footings are designed to not even go into a rafter, to just attach anywhere you want them, which is why there's so many and so close. So we're going to use correct footings, which means we won't need, 100 footings for 22 panels. We'll be able to use probably around 24 footings. The rail that they used was Everest rail. It was plenty strong to span 6 feet. So that's what we'll be putting it back up with. So we just pulled the screws out of those footings that were up there. Man, go back. Pause right there. Each one of these footings here had 6 screws. So we just pulled the screws and we left the footing. The roofers are going to come in. They're going to strip the whole roof anyways. And they're going to have a big dumpster. They can just toss that in there with it. It'll be no skin off anybody's back. But if we pulled them, every shingle that we went to pull those footings off of was going to tear and rip. So we would leave an additional potential leak hazard. Not that there was supposed to be any rain this weekend, but if you get enough holes on a roof, just the condensation running down can get into the house. So you got to be careful about that. Normally, like they were going to come and do this, strip this roof off like immediately. So we didn't bother going back and sealing every single one of those holes because there was no rain on the forecast and everything's going to be fine. But normally, under normal circumstances, especially if they use the big 5/16 lags in the footings, then we will go back and we will seal each and every hole as we pull the footings out. But in this case, it wasn't necessary, which bonus for us. All right, so that's our little video today, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you guys for checking it out. I really appreciate it. And have a great day. God bless.